1. The Whispering Sands. Late one summer night, a group of friends ventured to a secluded beach, nestled between rocky cliffs and dense woods. They decided to set up camp for the night, drawn to the tranquility of the location. As they sat around a crackling bonfire, sharing stories and marshmallows, they noticed something peculiar. The sand beneath their feet seemed to shift and whisper. It was a haunting, mournful sound, like faint voices calling for help from beneath the ground. Curiosity and unease got the better of them. They grabbed flashlights and followed the eerie sounds deeper into the beach. The whispers grew louder, more desperate and chilling. Suddenly, they stumbled upon a surreal sight. Old shipwrecks, long buried beneath the shifting sands, were gradually emerging. Amidst the wreckage, ghostly apparitions of sailors began to materialize, their translucent forms carrying the scars of time and tragedy. These lost souls pleaded for release from their sandy prison, sharing tales of a doomed voyage and an unmarked grave beneath the shore. The friends, overwhelmed with empathy and fear, vowed to help these tormented spirits find peace. They embarked on a quest to research the shipwreck's history, contacted maritime historians, and arranged for a proper memorial to be built. As the memorial was unveiled, a sense of closure washed over the beach. The whispers ceased, and the beach regained its tranquility, no longer haunted by the restless spirits beneath its sands. 2. The Haunted Lighthouse. Nestled on a desolate stretch of coastline, the beach was home to a historic lighthouse that had guided countless ships to safety over the years. However, local legends spoke of a curse that hung over the lighthouse, its shadow casting dread upon anyone who dared to approach. One stormy night, a group of adventurous campers set up their tents near the lighthouse. As the wind howled and rain battered their campsite, they noticed something eerie. The lighthouse's beacon was flickering with an ominous, irregular rhythm. Unable to resist investigating, they approached the lighthouse tower. Inside, they were met with an unsettling sight. A ghostly figure, dressed in tattered 19th century attire, stood at the top of the spiral staircase, its form barely visible amidst the swirling mist. Its pale face bore an expression of eternal sorrow. Terrified, the campers fled the lighthouse, their hearts pounding in their chests. Yet an inexplicable force compelled some of them to return. Amidst the cobwebs and decay, they stumbled upon a dusty diary, its pages filled with the tragic love story of a lighthouse keeper from a bygone era. His beloved had been lost at sea during a violent storm, and his heartache had been so profound that he had taken his own life in the very tower they stood in. As the campers read the diary, they felt the ghostly presence intensify. It became clear that the lighthouse keeper's spirit had been bound to the tower, unable to find peace in the afterlife. To appease his restless soul, the campers decided to hold a solemn memorial service within the lighthouse, paying tribute to the love that had been torn asunder. As the last notes of a melancholic song filled the air, the ghostly figure at the top of the tower slowly dissipated into the mist, and the haunting of the beach's lighthouse finally ceased. 3. The Mermaid's Vengeance. A coastal town had long been renowned for its pristine beach and the captivating legends of mermaids that had been passed down through generations. Tourists from near and far flocked to the area, hoping to catch a glimpse of these enchanting sea creatures. However, a group of skeptical teenagers decided to put these legends to the test. One moonless night, armed with flashlights and determination, they ventured into the inky depths of the ocean. Following an old map they had stumbled upon, they navigated the treacherous underwater caves and tunnels hidden beneath the waves. Finally, they reached a hidden cavern, where they made a chilling discovery: an ancient mermaid skeleton, its bones adorned with iridescent scales. Ignoring the ominous warnings etched into the cave walls, the teenagers decided to take a small relic from the remains as a souvenir of their daring adventure. They believed it would prove the mermaid myth to be nothing more than fiction. However, that night, a ferocious storm of unprecedented magnitude descended upon the town. Thunder cracked and lightning illuminated the dark sea. From the depths emerged a monstrous mermaid, her once beautiful face now twisted with rage and anguish. She sought vengeance for the desecration of her resting place. Terrified, the teenagers raced to return the stolen relic to the cavern, desperately hoping to appease the furious mermaid. As they did, the storm began to subside, and the monstrous figure slowly retreated into the abyss. Only those who returned the relics survived to tell the chilling tale, a cautionary reminder of the price one might pay for tempting fate and disrespecting ancient legends. 4. The Vanishing Footprints. On a moonlit night, a couple found themselves on a deserted stretch of beach, bathed in the silvery glow of the full moon. The soft lull of the waves and the distant cries of nocturnal birds created a serene atmosphere, perfect for a romantic evening stroll. They walked hand in hand, the cool sand shifting beneath their feet. As they strolled along the shoreline, the woman noticed something unusual, a set of child-sized footprints leading toward the water's edge. But there were no footprints returning from the waves. Perplexed and slightly unnerved, they followed the trail of footprints into the ocean, guided by the eerie moonlight. Deeper into the water they ventured, the footprints continuing until they abruptly vanished into nothingness. Panic began to set in as they realized they were surrounded by the dark, unforgiving sea with no signs of the returning path. Suddenly, the couple felt an eerie presence. They turned to find themselves surrounded by ghostly figures of children, their pale faces illuminated by the eerie moonlight. These spectral children seemed to shimmer and flicker like mirages. They whispered tales of tragic accidents, drownings, and being lost to the depths of the sea, their souls trapped between worlds. The spectral children begged the couple to stay with them, to keep them company in their watery grave. However, the couple's love for each other and their will to live were stronger. They fought against the ghostly hands that reached out to them and swam frantically back to the shore, leaving the eerie vanishing footprints behind. Though they escaped the clutches of the vengeful spirits that haunted the beach that night, the couple could never forget the haunting encounter, forever changed by their chilling experience. The beach's serene beauty now held a darker, more mysterious allure, a reminder of the mysteries that lurked beneath the tranquil surface of the ocean.